Peace to the God of the earth, the one that's known, the one that's not known, and to the one that haven't ascended yet. Give thanks for life. Love is the source. Another SCG Metaphysical Talk radio podcast exclusive on Spotify and on YouTube. So, been driving me crazy to do another video on the real image of the Anunnakis, the interdimensional beings, the non-human beings that you've been hearing going around in your media, in your government. So like I said, if you're not paying attention, there's two realities trying to coexist at once, okay? The old reality, nobody cares if we're alone, what's outside and of the universe, what is multiple dimensional beings, what that means, what is the meaning of multiple dimensions. Then it's another reality where multiple dimensions really do exist. There are interdimensional beings that mastered vibrating higher and mastered living in both dimensions. They can go wherever they want to just by thinking about it, manifesting it, and just wanting to be there, right? So when I say dimensions, it throws a lot of people off. The word dimensions mean just other reality, right? If you didn't know, upon your death, what you think is important because it sends you to another dimension, aka another reality, aka it could be heaven or hell. All that plays a part in what you are thinking. So there's a group of beings, right, that mastered that. Mastered living forever, mastered reincarnation, master technology and nature. They just know it all, right? So if you didn't know, they're back, right? So if you heard about what took place January 1st, 2024, the first day of the new year, a lot of people claim that they saw 10 feet people walking around, materializing, dematerializing, and just all over the place in Bayside Mall in Miami, Florida, right? At first, I didn't believe the story, but when you research your story, something happened, right? It wasn't about no kids. It wasn't about no kids fighting and throwing fire. Those are all a cover-up that the government is using to try to downplay the fact that something took place there. So if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss what's happening in front of you. So the Elohim is back. They're here. The Anunnakis, the shining ones, the fallen angels, the Nephilim, whatever terminology that you heard, or whatever religion you believe in, speak of these gods that came to earth, right? Came from heaven to the earth, right? Made man in their image. And what image is that? Melanated Nubian folks, right? So your government, global elite, antichrist government, is doing the whammy, right? They blacking out the sun. They bringing back COVID with a 100% kill rate, right? They doing a bunch of, how can I say, apocalyptic scenario stuff that, due to the manipulation of their biblical texts, they have to do these things, right? So you could be like, oh, it's the end of the world, oh my God, and get all afraid, right? But it's nothing to be afraid of. Your salvation is here. So the melanated gods is here. They're shutting it down. They all over the world. They showing themselves in the skies every night. And now they are literally showing their self to the earthlings, right? So like I tell to the earthling, you have to raise your consciousness and understand that we are not alone. and these so-called entities, and when you hear about people talking about Nephilim, and they try to use biblical texts to make what's happening right now evil, or even to make, when you hear of the term aliens, extraterrestrial, UFOs, UAPs, all of these terminologies that was created by the global elite, and then the global elite antichrist system that does not want people to know that the melanated DNA been around before the earth was even created, and they're here. I'm not gonna say back, because they didn't went nowhere. We the offspring just vibrated so low, became so evil, and became so like the ones we created that enslave us, that they had to cut off all ties with us. But they're back. They're not no monsters. They're melanated. They're all shades of black. Some are so black that they're purple. Some are so black that they're green. You have tall ones, small ones, women, men, child, all melanated beings that are here. And before your governments will let you know that the ones that they've been enslaving, murdering, pillaging, genocide, and the list can go on, right? That they are really divine bloodline. Like, your bloodline is divine, right? That's why they don't teach you about Sumer. That's why they don't tell you about the Akkadians. That's why you don't know that when you hear of Nibiru, Nibiru is not a ship. It's a mothership, but it's also a planet full of melanated folks. And your government will willing to kill us all before they make us witness our makers. Right? So like I said, don't get afraid. Don't be afraid. I got to chop this video up. It's going in the damn 7 minutes. But don't be afraid when I tell you that it is an exciting time to live in. We are about to rewrite history. Melanated folks, get your shit together. Right? Because this is I get pissed off when I hear people talking about Puff Daddy, and they talk about Cat Williams. And then when you hear European conversation, they're not talking about none of that shit. Right? They're having secret congressional skiff to talk about the return of your motherfucking ancestors, bro. Like, your ancestors is here and they showing the fuck out. But most melanated folks could care less. Right? So the reason why that's an issue to me, because the less you know, when this thing hit the fan to the point they can't cover it up, to the point that these starships, these Anu ships is in the skies for days, months, and weeks, right? You yourself, melanated folks, you yourself are gonna go against your creator, your family, your bloodline, because you have not taking the time out to find out, or even pay attention, or even just meditate and go into the self and receive these goddamn downloads that they're giving to those that are disciplined. Right? No matter what, if you have love in your heart and you're disciplined with self and you're a nurturer and you're literally naturally light, you're getting these goddamn downloads. Cause I'm like, I don't even sleep, bro. Insomnia for days. Right? So like I said, we got to get in tune. It is a wrap. Like, 2024 is the year of it shall be revealed. Look what's taking place. Secret skiff. You got the motherfucking Jews running under the ground. Right? Because they know their days is done. They cannot disguise themselves no more as the chosen people. Because the one that chose the people is here now. That's crazy. The one that chose the people is here now. So they can't disguise or lie no more. So they gotta run under the ground. What y'all talking about? What are you talking about? Right? So like I said, get in tune, get in the light. The melanated God that created everything in their image is here. I'm not going to say back because they never really went nowhere. They are here. They ready to show themselves, bro. And I tell people, if you not knowing what took place January 1st in Bayside Mall, go fucking watch Wakanda 1, the last scene. The last scene when King T'Challa is speaking to his sister, and what he said, I'm ready to show them us. I'm ready to show them us. Or I'm ready to introduce us to them. Who did he show himself to? Kids. A bunch of kids on the basketball court playing around. Being naturally kids, the most highest frequency energy right now is kids. Especially melanated, reincarnated starseeds. Right? So they went and showed themselves to who first? The kids. Because the kids is going to be what? The future. Right? So that's what took place January 1st. And like I said, because a lot of us are so caught up in our matrix, even within our head. Because you got to understand, the matrix is not just the physical life. It's also in your mind. So the matrix within your head is causing a lot of us to not even know what's taking place, especially the melanated ones. Right? You speak to these crackers, all these crackers know. When you see gentrification right now, you walk around any community, ghetto they call it, you will see these crackers in family group. In family group, generation, the father, the grandmother, the grandfather, the daughter, the son, the mother. Family groups. Just walking around. Because why? Because they know for them to feel safe, they have to be amongst the chosen people. The real one, the melanated, the Nubians. The Nubian from Nubaru. The continuation of the kingless that came from heaven that started on Nubaru Key. That's Earth. So they plan was not only to come and mine gold, because that's what these European intellect, like, oh, they just came to mine gold. And no, it was to continue the bloodline of the Elohims on a new planet. Right? And when they found Earth, it was the perfect situation. So when you hear these intellect now that's going to come out, because when it hits the fan, they're going to use big-ass words like interdimensional beings. And most folks, they're like, interdimensional beings? That shit alone sound evil to those that don't have knowledge. Right? So here it is. When I hear interdimensional beings, I'm like, oh, shit. So there is people that could just walk in and out of different reality when they choose to, willingly. It's not only in movies, it's not only in jumpers. And so there are black men and women and child that literally mastered this. Literally could just be here, think about being in Miami, end up in Miami. Right? Even have technology, they could just walk through a gate and go on half of the world. They really exist, and they're us, right? So when the melanated folks gonna know what the Bible was telling them, what the Torah was telling them, right? What the Quran was telling them. When you hear about this apocalyptic, oh, so and so coming back, this is coming back, that is coming back, Jesus is coming back. All they was telling you, that the one that created the melanated DNA, the Nubian offspring that came to key planet Earth, they was going to show themselves again. It was no coming back situation. They were just going to start showing themselves. It was up to those, the DNA, the grandchildren, to really start remembering themselves and vibrating higher to the point that they couldn't deny us. They couldn't deny us. We are at the most highest conscious frequency rate, like the ancient times. Like Kemetic times, like Sumer times, when all they wanted to do was just learn about knowledge of self and be at peace with self and see the universe within self. We are here. We are here. All it is just love. Love of self. Then love of others. And you yourself will feel it, because I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. Look, when I look in the mirror, I see Anu. When I look in the mirror, I see Inky and Neil. List goes on, Marduk. They're all in your bloodline. Your bloodline is amazing. And you're going to see why. You're going to see why these crackers is shutting down fucking Miami, canceling flights for a bunch of melanated kids, so-called causing ruckus. Right? You're going to understand when they're using non-human. And when you hear Nephilim, they don't want you to know that the melanated people are here again. And they're going to show themselves. When somebody says, oh, what is the Wakandians? What do Anunnaki look like? Wakandians. You want that. This is how they play. It's called the Leviathan spell. They got to tell the truth in plain sight. So when you choose to be ignorant, willpower. So when you choose to be ignorant and the story is there, it's everywhere. It's on the walls. It's everywhere, right? So now when you hear Disney and Marvel just bought into this big concept of a bunch of smart black people that got these technologies that they don't even own, where do you think they got it from? Where do you think they got it from? The King's List? Go Google the King List. Understand you, every melanated folks that's in existence right now, right? Your DNA is, now I'm not even going to say was, is a part of the King's List. The King's List is just a DNA chart of what was going to happen and who was going to take place when they came to Nubaru Key, planet Earth. And they here. And they're going to show themselves. And I'm telling you, before it hits the summer, it's going to be a sci-fi situation. Everybody going to notice and know why they call us gods. Why did they call black people gods? Who gave that term to black people that they're gods? Where did it come from? You're going to know. You're going to see it. This is why they don't want you to go outside. This is why they're going to do COVID again, stronger, and kill a bunch of us, because they don't want you to go outside. They don't want you to see those melanated people moving around in the fucking sky every night. Right? So now the big conversation is now we're not talking about UAP no more. It's over with. We're not talking about UFOs. It's over with. They done touched down. They done touched down. The angels is amongst us. The angel is amongst us. And if you don't know that, and if you're not in tune to that, and you still walking around here treating strangers like shit, whoa. Whoa, because you never know who are you being introduced to. So you better treat everybody like you want to be treated. Especially right now. Y'all playing. Y'all playing. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited. Like, what? Call me the God of everything around me, man. God of knowledge of self. Like I said, what I'm experiencing, what I've known, past life memories, I don't even know why I'm going through half the shit that I go through. I don't even know why I know half the shit that I know, or was told half the shit that I was told straight in my head. Right? At first I used to question my mental health. Right? But then when you know and you start studying your true history, and you know that a lot of the labels that they gave you is to take you away from that divine elevation, right? To make you feel bad about yourself, so you couldn't even vibrate high enough to hear your higher self. So when the moment came when I was introduced to my higher self, I was like, oh, this shit is crazy. It's like another whole side. It's beautiful over here. It's the light, it's the love of self, the admiration of self, the respect of self, knowing that you came from greater, humble beginnings, bro. That's why you here now. A lot of us melanated folks that's here now, and big salute to the one that's in tune, and big salute to the one that's vibrating higher and just becoming gods of this earth. You are going to be rewarded. You ever heard what the book said, the meek shall inherit the earth? We going to eat this bitch up because now it's definitely ours. It's definitely our time. So if you out there, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to sing, you want to write, you want to act, you want to make clothes, whatever it is, you better do it because it's our time. We're reaping what we've been sowing. We're reaping what they owe. It's our time. Go do it. But do it with pure intentions of love and make sure that it can benefit humanity and it's not just for your personal gain only. You can't do nothing if your intention ain't pure now, right? You can't. Everything is being exposed. Everybody now is in uncomfortable situation, so now you have to make the choice. What are you going to do? What is more better? The betterment of self or the betterment of the whole collective? The whole collective, because like I tell people, your life is not of your own. It's for everybody you come in contact with, your kids, your friends, co-worker, everybody. And when we all start thinking like that, then we shall experience heaven on Nubaru Key, planet Earth. Right? So they don't want you to know that the Rastafarians is walking around in Bayside doing tricks and shit. There's a video going out, right? With a man, right? He's sitting in like a cafe. And behind him is a lady with the VR headset on, right? And this melanated man, right? And he's... You see the age on his face. And he's doing all kind of trick with this napkin. Right? The napkin is levitating. The napkin is just going and doing crazy stuff. The white lady that paid attention to what was happening, you should have seen the face she made, to the guy that was sitting next to her. She was shocked. She said, what the heck? The look on her face, she was shocked. So I say that to say this is what the people in Bayside Mall was experiencing. Bunch of melanated folks just walking around, manipulating the environment around them. Right? Just manipulating the environment around them. And just because most of our consciousness, most of our I is still in the matrix, you talk about demons and 10 feet creatures and you not knowing that these are melanated folks, aka black people, aka the black-headed ones, aka our new people, the Israelites, the Jews. The name could go on. The list could go on. The list can go on and on and on and on and on, but the most thing they cannot change. They could change our name. They could change our name all they want. One thing they can't change is that DNA. Those features, right? So when they're going to come out, your government is going to come out tell you at the last minute, after they're going to go through it because they think they're going to try to stop what's happening. They can't. These melanated folks want to meet their grandkids. They want to come down. They want to teach us the knowledge of the whole entire damn universe. Past, future, in between. They want to give that knowledge to us. But the question is, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? I put a shirt out. And it's crazy now. I can see that shirt. Gonna be something that I have to keep doing. Please don't shoot at the UFOs. Don't shoot at them. They're not here to harm you. They look like you, melanated gods. Right? So what if you knew when you hear the word extraterrestrial and UFO and UAPs, they were talking about high intelligent black folks, Nubian folks from all over the galaxy. Right? What would have you become as an adult if you'd have knew that from kids about the Anunnakis? And when you hear the Anunnakis, it didn't have any European manipulation to it. It was just straight like the Ethiopian books. And let you know, yo, these bunch of black folks that live up all over the planet. All over the planet. They live all over the planet. They're behind the ice wall. They are everywhere. There's nowhere in no dimension you could go. You will always find melanated Nubians because they're the architect of multiple universe. Right? What if you knew that as kids? What would that have done to so many of us? Because like I said, the reason why a lot of these Europeans run the world is because representation. Movies they make. Ads. Shit that they put out to make themselves look like they're the apex of the DNA structure, which they not. So now when those that created all of this shit, even the good and the bad, is ready to show themselves, you think they're gonna stop that? The worst thing they don't want y'all to know is that they black. That is the whole secret behind this whole UFO shit. It ain't no monsters. It ain't no Greys. It ain't no Palladians. It ain't none of that. It's the fact that they don't want you to know that there's melanated people that's smart as fuck, that can create Dyson spears, that can create time traveling, that can fucking manipulate the interdimensional situation. They don't want y'all to know that because guess what? It's going to spill off a wave. It's going to spark off a new generation. This is why in the Black Panther, King T'Challa and his sister, and I'm talking about Black Panther 1, showed himself to the kids first because it's going to spark off a chain reaction of black folks, melanated folks, want to be God of self. When they hear that there are real gods that looks like them, that's flying around in spaceships, that's just walking on the fucking clouds, how you think we're going to act after that? That's why it's an apocalyptic situation to the global antichrist elite that been enslaving the gods of the earth. So now when the God of multiple dimension is here, who the fuck not going to want to be black or be a better Nubian? That is the strive for us to be a better Nubian so we all can meet our ancestors and have this wonderful family reunion. You think I give a damn who want to believe what I'm saying or not? Because like I said, I remember back in the days, they was calling me crazy when I was talking about all of this black people is UFOs. Black people is the extraterrestrial. The Jews, the Rastafarian is what the Anunnakis look like. Why you think I said fuck it? One day I woke up and the thought told me, bro, don't you ever cut your hair no more. Like, don't you ever put a razor to your face. You better walk within what's about to happen. And the only way you can receive this, you gotta be natural. You gotta look like those that created you in their image. So when you see I walk in a room and it's the Gentiles, which is the fake Jews, they see me, or I got on one of my hoodie that's speaking Hebrew, they get crazy. They get mad. They're like, one day I'm in fucking Bushwick and I had on my the Elohims is back and it was in Hebrew. Oh my goodness. One guy said, who taught you Hebrew? I said, nobody's. It's a universal language. It's a universal language. Right? It's my DNA. Why would I not know it? Why would I not know who the Elohims are? Right? Why would I not want to know who the Anunnakis is? Right? Because y'all base all y'all religion off of our ancestors. Right? So like I said, your government is upset what took place January 1st at the Bayside Mall, kind of throwing them into a loop because the gods is literally showing themselves now. So now the big thing is now it ain't about the UAPs, the UFOs. It ain't about technology or none of that. It's about clearing up the fact that these are not monsters. They're not demons. They're not 10 feet creatures, non-human, interdimensional beings. They're not none of that. They just keep playing with your head and your mind because they just don't want to come out and say, yo, there's a bunch of black melanated folks is here in spaceships. They cloaking every damn night. They cloaking every day. They in the goddamn sky. They fucking up the world, right? Because all of those natural disasters that you're hearing from Iceland, all over the world, natural disasters is happening in places where shit. So, but, you know, like I said, they don't want to tell you that the Nubians from Nibiru and behind the ice wall is like, nah, we want to meet our grandkids, bro. Fuck y'all doing? We want to meet our grandkids. Stop talking about this bullshit, having all these pointless congressional hearings because we're not playing. We're not playing. We're going to have the family reunion, and who not going to do right or dress accordingly to come to the event, you ain't coming. You ain't coming. And that's just straight like that. You not going to get invited to the great family reunion. And then the government, how long you going to cover up the identity of these so-called interdimensional beings now? Because if you listen to the episode, The Secret Skiff, on the SCG Metaphysical Talk Radio podcast on Spotify, right? We global. Shout out to all our global listeners. If you go listen to that, all they kept on talking about was interdimensional beings. Interdimensional beings. Interdimensional beings. Interdimensional beings. What the hell? So as time progresses, it's going to get even more worse. Now they throwing out the Nephilim is back. Oh, the Nephilim. One segment on Miami, Aliens in Miami Part 2. You hear the girl, she gonna say, oh, the Nephilim don't like human. What? What? What in the melanated world, girl? If they didn't like us, we wouldn't have been here. We wouldn't have been here this long fucking up this shit. So what you mean they don't like humans? Don't do that because you are creating a fear tactics with false information. You are worse than the government. Don't talk about, oh, they don't like humans, they demons, this and that. How, Sway? Look how beautiful life is. Right? Life within itself was a gift. Right? Just the fact that we can consciously just think of whatever and manifest that, it was a gift. The fact that we could make love, bring that energy of oneness together, and splice our DNA through the worshiping of physical sex, that was a gift. You didn't just, back in the day, you ain't just born with procreating. It was shit that had to happen. They had to manipulate DNA just so we could procreate through sex. That was a gift. Love is a gift. So when I hear this melanated woman saying that the Nephilim, a bunch of melanated people hate humans, what are you talking about? Get off of TikTok. Like, go meditate. I'm gonna tell you, oh, go read, but go meditate. Go look in the mirror. Right? Go know knowledge of self. And that's why the gods always tell us, no knowledge of self, no knowledge of self, because knowledge of self is everything. The universe, you. People that you manifested. The life you manifested. Because that's what people don't understand. You manifest people in your life. Good or bad. Your thought, had a thought about a person, and they just came. And you're just so not consciously connected, you can't even grasp that power. So now there's a bunch of Nubian folks walking around in Florida doing their thing. And there's more videos going to come out. Watch that. I got to find that video about the guy in the cafe. When I saw that, I said, yeah, it's a wrap. 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 They're going to show themselves everywhere. They are here. They're walking amongst us. They melanated. They're not no gray alien. They're not no 10 feet creatures. They black folks. Melanated folks. Our new folks. Nubian folks. Look like me and you. Beard, hair, some without no face, facial hair. Some with locks, some without no locks. Some got fro, some don't got no fro. They look like us. They are us. We are them. That's why they rather burn the earth down before the gods of Nubaru Key Earth meet the gods of Nubaru in the heavens. Because once that connection, once we locked in, ain't no switching up. They know once that connection make, they showed you in Black Panther 2. They showed you in Black Panther 2. That's what they was telling you. That once this connection was made, when the gods of Nubaru Key link up with the gods of Nubaru in the heavens, what can they do? Shit! They can't do nothing. They showed you in Black Panther 2. Right? It's not everything is about entertainment. They gotta confess to this shit. They got to. They got to. So when the Galactic Federation torch a lot of their places, because that happened, a lot of these European places getting burnt down, earthquake, flooded, wiped out. And don't think, oh, it's a natural disaster. You think what happened in Hawaii there, Oprah, and please, please. Gods ain't playing. They gave them too much time. They had too much time. They had too much time where they had to tell y'all what was going to happen. They were supposed to coach us to be introduced to our higher ancestors. They were supposed to tell us. But they keep choosing going the other way. So you know what? It's over. We just going to come down there. Fuck it. Fuck it. We just going to come down there. We going to show ourselves. And who is not high enough in their consciousness to understand that we come in peace, going to get your ass wiped out. We not playing no more. This got to happen. You done enslave our kids. You done murder our kids. You done, look at this shit you done doing to the men and the melanated men and women of Planet Key. They don't even like each other no more. Everything is backwards. Their great plan, the Anunnaki great plan for life on Nubaru Key is backwards. Once the melanated men and women don't like each other no more, can't tolerate each other no more, don't even want to have family no more, it's backwards. They got to do this shit over. You got to do it over because it was all about the bloodline. It was all, and wow, that's challenging. Whoa, that was deep. That just came straight out of thin air. Like, but it's true. It was all about the bloodline. A lot of these war that you heard, it was all about love. Right? They fighting for love. Right? Fighting for her, fighting for keeping their family together, fighting to keep the bloodline together, fighting to see who's going to keep the bloodline. It was all about family. So when family don't exist no more, melanated family is backwards. Ain't no father around. The mother is the father is the mother. It shit is just backwards. The ones who created this shit, the architect, have to come down and refix this shit. Get it back on its natural vibrational frequency, man, women, and child. Right? And keep that going. Right? So why you think your government ain't gonna tell you that it's melanated gods is back? Because they want this foolishness to keep on. They think that one day they're gonna wake up and it's just gonna be a dream. Oh, it was just a dream the Anunnakis was here. No, they're here, guys. And they're not going nowhere, guys. If more events gonna come, more cover-up gonna come. I ain't gonna let this video go on too long. Now the SCG Metaphysical Talk radio podcast live video. This segment was about the who is the image of these dimensional hoppers. The melanated Nubian people are those that you hear on your news when you hear UAP, UFO, they're talking about black folks. And that's just straight. They're talking about black folks. They're talking about black folks with the IQ of 1 billion. Right? Like they so smart, they gotta go outside the earth to build fucking ships the size bigger than the earth. Right? They don't want you to know this because, like I said before, it's gonna spark a chain reaction. Look what it did to a lot of us right now. Like, for real, especially me. Once I gained the consciousness of higher self, and I start like going outside and meditating and like channeling and spending time by myself and valuing myself and know that I am it. The universe opened up to me and like, yo, go be the God of everything around you, because your DNA was chosen. So like I said, we're living in biblical times. Go check out the online store, www.stgforyoucom.bigcartel.com. Go check out the IG, Salute the Gods Clothing. Go check out my entrepreneur page, Weezy the Barber 83. Don't be fooled. The melanated people, the Nubians, are the extraterrestrials, UFOs, UAPs. This is why when you see most documentaries and they talking about these things, because TMZ have a fucking documentaries out. It's on Tubi. This is like part 2. And they had no black people on it. Right? So my thing is like, damn, they got everything that I've been talking about. Oumuamua, the orbs in the skies, the starships, right? But when it comes to get to the true cover-up, why is there a compartment situation when it comes to these topics like UFO, UAPs, extraterrestrials, interdimensionals? Is because they don't want you to know there are melanated Nubian folks. So that's why they pass the information around to different compartments of the Antichrist global elite government. Because it's not just America, it's the whole fucking world. Covering the fact that black people is extraterrestrials. The whole fucking world. Why you think most places you go, they don't want to show you black people? Right? Because they have to let you think that being black is the worst thing that could ever happen to you. And actually, it is not.